Welcome back, everybody. Back to Pilot's Lounge once again. I'm still trying to get used to saying that. Like, every stinking time I tell someone about the podcast now, I always keep saying Pilot's Room. And yeah, I do kind of miss the old name, but Pilot's Lounge, you know, it's a good rebrand. It gets the point across about everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, how are we all doing today? It's been a while since we've done a podcast. I think that last one was like actually a week ago.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Don't know. I lose track of time.
Everybody loses track of time. But yeah, how are we
Especially
all
when you're in
doing?
college.
Oh yeah, dude, college.
Peachy.
Oh, you're doing peachy?
Yeah, it's surprising that I have not gone crazy yet.
What do you mean by that?
College is driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Really got like 2 exams coming up on the same week.
Oh, jeez. What is this, like midterm week or something?
You'd think it'd be around like November.
Yeah,
Would be, like,
do you
around the
really
midterm
think it
period.
would? Well, no, because the semester ends in December, right?
I mean, yeah, but like, I think like around like early December would be like finals-ish for some classes.
Yeah, I think my finals are like December 7th or 14th or something like that. Uh-oh. Oh, excuse me. Lord, I've been
guys are
having
both
problems with
brave.
that.
You guys
Man.
are both brave to be taking college. I'm gonna say that right now.
Well,
I
it's a
don't think
lot
I'd be able
easier
to handle it.
nowadays, especially with all the technology that we have.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You know, and Apple came out with like the latest iPhone 16 like recently.
Yeah. And aside from realigning the cameras, they gave a whole new button dedicated to the camera.
Right, it's not the action button anymore, is it?
No.
No.
No, the action button is kind of like the new phone vibration switch.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can like program the button to do other things like turn on a flashlight and stuff. But like if you want to like set your
Okay.
phone to vibrate, you just hold down the button, and there you go.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
makes sense. Makes
That
sense.
button did debut with the 16 Pro, not 16 Pro, no, 15 Pro last year.
Oh, the action button. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? The phone? And I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, and with the new 16, they brought back the action button from the 15 Pro, and brought in their new little camera button.
Yeah, the whole
Which-
like that pretty much useless button that probably no one's ever gonna use.
Yeah, I mean, at least there's some case companies out there that are watching out for people with that type of button, because I've seen early phone cases where they just straight up cut a piece of the case just so there's like space for the button. But the problem with that is like that area of the phone is exposed
Yeah,
pretty much.
man, good on Apple for screwing over everybody again.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll stick to Samsung.
yeah, I'm gonna stick with Samsung, but I don't. I'd say that probably one of the best things that Samsung ever did with their phones was when they got rid of the Bixby key. That thing was such a huge pain. I never used Bixby.
I don't even know what that is.
It's Samsung's version of Siri. So I'm like, I'm never going to use that. Why? Like, can't I reprogram this key? No. So I'm like, I was so happy when I got my S21 that they removed it. I was so happy. I'm like, okay, now I don't have to worry about accidentally pressing this button when I'm trying to take a photo or something like that. It actually made me really happy.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous. You know, if you're gonna put a button like that, don't dedicate it to one single thing. You know, make it so you can change it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But in today's episode, there is a lot of news going around. We recently had Hurricane Milton come through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that
Yeah,
on the
but-
TV. I was
Horrible.
like, oh my gosh, been a while since there's been a hurricane that
crazy.
bad. Yeah, it wasn't like everybody
Horrible.
talked about Katrina back in 2005. Everybody talks about Katrina. Katrina is probably one of the most well-known hurricanes. That and Hurricane Ivan, I think.
I don't know. All I know is that when I heard about Hurricane Katrina, I didn't want to leave my house for days. I pretended to be sick. And I wasn't even in an area that had hurricanes, guys.
Yeah, same. You know, we don't
Fair
get
enough.
hurricanes here. We don't get hurricanes here. But still, we know about Katrina. Everybody knows about Hurricane Katrina. Not many people know about Hurricane Ivan, but it was just as bad as Katrina. And now Florida's been hit with 2 hurricanes in the same, like within 30 days, I think. Like
Within
those
a
hurricanes were like
of each-
week apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Well, huge shout out to
really
Florida, guys. I hope you all are doing safe. Please do
Yeah.
be safe. I've
yeah.
done a lot of research on it. I'm really glad of all the preparation that the weather people do. Seriously, they draw up stinking charts. They got charts, and it's incredible to see like everything that they do to make sure that people are prepared for the hurricanes. Huge shout out to our weathermen out there.
Seriously, guys, thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Without it, some people will be doomed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. You know, I mean, sure, there's still deaths when it comes to hurricanes, but the death toll would
But
probably
it's
be a
way
lot
worse.
higher if they didn't prepare like that. You know,
Yeah. So
like the fact that we prepare for that and help other people prepare for that. Like, thank you guys. But yeah,
Seriously.
back to the iPhone 16. Why is it that the Pro series of pretty much every stinking iPhone looks exactly the same?
I don't know. I've
I
been questioning
have-
that too.
Yeah. I mean, like, first it started with, like, the 11 Pro.
Oh my god, it's been
And
the same
as
since
it-
then.
No. Like, the 11 Pro, it had, like, smaller cameras, but, from, like, the
Okay.
12 to the 13, they, like, gradually over time changed up those cameras. And I guess, like, if you look at the iPhones from 13 Pro all the way to the 16 Pro, they roughly look the same.
Yeah,
Well,
I
except
just
the
never
13 Pro
understood
still
that.
except the 13 Pro still having, like, that notch before the 14 Pro
The
came in with
notch?
the dynamic island. Yeah, you know, the notch. It's like.
Are you
that
talking about
little
like that
black-
thing that was at the top of the screen that was like just nothing but black?
Yeah, that wasn't
Oh
until
my
like
gosh.
Apple showed up with like the dynamic island, where they changed the dot and they actually gave it a purpose.
I don't understand why they do that. Like, why not do what Samsung does and just incorporate that in just one little circle?
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, at this point, I'd rather just have that little camera be in the corner somewhere, and that's it.
Yeah, seriously. Like, you can like, I like that. I like the fact that Samsung tries to make the most of their screens. That is the thing I like. Apple, they got some pros, they've got some cons. Samsung, they've got some pros, they've got some cons. What was that? What was that?
That was me cleaning my screen. Most likely, it was a little dirty. Sorry about that.
The moment I mention screens is when you start to clean it. Oh my
up.
gosh.
It needed cleaning for a second.
Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah, it's a good habit to have, like to clean your phone from time to time here and there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was another back to phone cases. Really, I've gone back to like the normal kind of standard phone case. Before I was getting like those watertight cases, because a lot of potholes in my area. So like, and when it rains, they fill up with water and they don't tend to dry out easily. So I'm always afraid, excuse me, that my phone will drop into one of these potholes and it will be ruined. I mean, sure, I've had phones go through the washing machine before, and I will just say I got very lucky. Out of the 10 times that I've left my phone in my pocket,
Wait, are you saying it actually survived a washing machine?
well, most of those attempts were flip phones. So
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
flip phones, they're a lot simpler.
yeah, flip phones are
Yeah.
practically like one of the most durable phones nowadays. Like today, you drop your phone, that's another thing. You purposefully drop your phone, it won't break. You drop it by accident, it breaks. And then you're just like, well, then what the heck was all the testing for?
I mean,
You know-
I'm probably the only person here, aside from like the only Apple person in this podcast. I'm probably the only one that just, in a way, I don't know how to put it, like, just babies their phone. Like I'm just like super careful with my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Not to drop it at all.
I'm super careful with this thing. I do not want anything bad to happen to it. Like if I drop it, I'm just like I just start praying. I'm just like, please don't be broken. Please, oh Lord
Yeah.
God, please hear my prayer. Don't be broken. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, seriously, especially when you get one of those fancy high-end phones.
Yeah, seriously, dude. It's just crazy, But before I was using those watertight cases. And I recorded, I don't know if you, like, on my offline channel, how I did that, like, here's my PC setup video.
yeah.
Yeah, so I recorded that with my phone inside while it was using its waterproof case. So the audio was absolutely garbage. I've noticed.
I was also wondering about that.
Yeah, I was so confused. Like, I'm like, why is this thing picking up every stinking, like, movement of my fingers when I move around the case? I've never seen that before. And now that I've switched back to a normal case, I don't have that problem anymore. I'm guessing because it was a waterproof case. Like, it literally was waterproof. I tested it. I took the phone out of the case. I closed the case up. I put a sheet of paper in it and then filled up my sink and then stuck it at the bottom of the sink and then put a mug on top of it. I came back like 3 hours later, no water at all. I was just impressed. I'm like, wow, this thing really works. And now I'm thinking it probably made a resonation chamber. So it picked up every stinking noise on the inside of the case. Like, none of that sound could escape. So the microphones were covered by that. So it was hearing every little thing. And now that I've got that fixed, the audio quality on my phone is back to where it's supposed to be. So, yeah, if you're going to record with your phone, definitely make sure what kind of case you want to use. If you want to use one that will protect it from like complete water damage and screen protection, yeah, good luck. 100% good luck. Right. But now that I've switched back,
Speaking
it's
of
like
phone
really
cases-
good quality.
Huh.
You were saying, speaking of phone cases, what?
Okay, my brain for a second forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, anyways.
Okay.
But like, if you just want like a simple phone case, you just like slap on your phone that feels nice.
Oh yeah.
I know we're not doing any sponsors or anything, but like there's this one brand I use a lot. It's called Spigen.
Spigen?
And yeah, Spigen. It's spelled like SPIGEN.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And their cases, like, they look nice, they feel nice, and they're pretty much like half of their price. It's like half the price of what you would pay from their normal website store compared to Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
And all their cases are MagSafe.
Oh, that is good. That's one thing I love about Apple phones. MagSafe. I feel like that was one of the smartest inventions ever made, because because you could just stick it to anything and it works. Like anything that has MagSafe compatibility, it works. Back to microphones though. Doesn't the iPhone 16 have like 4 studio quality microphones now?
I believe so.
Why?
I mean, that's what they. I don't know.
Like where
All I know is that the
would
Weeknd-
anyone use that?
I don't know. I guess like some film studios out there is probably using iPhones to film their movies and stuff.
Yeah, because when I think about phones, they come out with all these super new features, and I'm like, okay, that's impressive. And before I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get one. But now I'm starting to think, okay, but when am I ever going to use that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like with
that-
it's like with Samsung's Galaxy AI. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. I don't know in which kind of scenarios I would actually use this in the real world, but that's pretty good.
Especially when everyone's on ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, dude, ChatGPT is really good. I use it to help me edit my papers anytime I'm working on something for college. Like I'll write down my paper, I'll send it to ChatGPT, and I'll ask it, hey, do you see any mistakes here? And then it will tell me what to fix, and then I'll fix it.
Pretty much.
It's really useful. Shoot, I was gonna go right. What's the status on Apple's AI thing? Didn't they say they were gonna come out with something like that?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be this iPhone or this iOS update, but here's the thing though. I have no clue if I'm gonna. I doubt I'll ever experience Apple Intelligence because
Right, they're calling it Apple Intelligence.
Yeah, Apple Intelligence. Which is basically like an upgrade. It's basically, from what I can understand, it's basically what happens if you took Apple's AI assistant Siri and ChatGPT and you just slap them together.
Yeah. Probably not the best combination. Like ChatGPT is good, but it can't really do a lot of the other things a lot of AIs can do out there.
Pretty much, but like,
Yeah.
I probably won't be able to experience Apple Intelligence because they don't make it for the 14 Pro.
Yeah.
They just you have to have like an iPhone 15 up to like from like the regular iPhone 15 to the 16 Pro Max.
Just
to have
another
that.
just another way to get people to buy their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ticked at Samsung for that too. I mean, I get it. Like the AI doesn't run through a server; it runs on the phone itself. So yeah, I can understand why you might need to upgrade to a higher phone because the chip will actually be able to handle the processing. But still, like try to optimize it for other phones at least. Like give everybody that has a phone for that kind of access. It would get more
Seriously.
people to buy your stuff.
All I could just do is just change the app colors on my phone.
Yeah, some people have been really creative with that too.
Ugh. I don't want
I'm just glad finally I could view my apps in dark themes.
Yeah.
Not every single app does that, which kind of annoys me.
Yeah, that's true. Right, and this was also like when they announced the iPhone 16 as well, like that was the first time that they brought up the Apple Vision Pro again.
Yeah, so I think that's because I could be wrong. I think that's for like so like you can film on your iPhone 16
Yeah.
spatial video. You know what else could do that?
Apple Vision Pro.
That and a 360 camera.
Yeah, one of those Insta 360s. Yeah. You know, they're really like trying to bring back the Apple Vision Pro after I actually say that it was a huge flop. It was definitely a huge flop. Like I said that a year ago. I was like, if don't buy the Apple Vision Pro, go with the MetaQuest 3. It's a headset, it's a budget headset. Well, if you consider $500 to be a budget headset, that can do.
I mean, that's what Apple considers their iPhone SE.
How much is that?
Like around like 400 to 500 ish, depending on what you get storage amount wise.
Oh yeah.
And
No.
basically,
Yeah.
that SE, it's basically okay. So imagine like I don't know how to exactly put this for example, but like their most recent or their current SE, their 2022 model, is basically their iPhone 13 in the body of an iPhone 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and then Meta just like released their whole MetaQuest 3S. Once again, I say like it's good. Like I think I've taken a look at the specs. I'm like, okay, this is okay. I probably wouldn't get it even now because
Neither would I.
it's a downgrade. It's a downgrade from the MetaQuest 3. Basically, what they did is made a MetaQuest 2 Plus.
It's like it's a MetaQuest 2.5 basically.
Yeah, it's a MetaQuest
It's
2.5.
equivalent of like it's like going to a store and getting yourself like that one soda that you like, right?
Yeah,
And when you go to the store for that soda, they don't have the exact brand of that soda, but they just have a diet version.
yeah, exactly.
That's what the MetaQuest 3S is basically. It's basically like a diet soda version of a VR headset.
Yeah, the diet version of the MetaQuest 3. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, sure, it has the new chips. And it does have full color pass through, the depth perception sensor, but it's still the same resolution as the MetaQuest 2. And I'm like, yeah.
The cameras just drive me insane.
Yeah, why did they do it in like an Apple style? I don't understand that.
Like seriously.
Yeah, like I don't see the point.
It's annoying enough that all the Pro iPhones have that same camera style. I don't need to see it on the damn headset.
Yeah, no, I don't
No,
either. But yeah, I would prefer the MetaQuest 3 over a $3,500 phone on your face, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of phone and faces, you guys saw the news recently, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Stinking that one kid, Jack Doherty, did it again. Made a fool out of himself.
He's going back and trying to get rid of evidence for his insurance company, from what I've heard.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. For those of you that probably aren't in the loop of this, there is a YouTuber / I believe now former Kick streamer named Jack Doherty, who recently was streaming while driving his McLaren in the rain, and was literally just buried in his phone. It was either reading chat or texting friends, going like 72 miles an hour on the road. Hydroplaned and totaled his McLaren, which I believe was actually brand new. Like he had just bought it like 2 weeks ago before the accident.
Aside from that, didn't his friend get really injured in that accident too?
Yeah, literally.
did.
The person, his friend who was sitting in the passenger seat, really took the blunt force of everything, because that's the side that the car like ended up into the guide rail, and literally, like in the video, you'll see it. It's like he's gushing, like he's literally leaking on his face of blood.
It's the way like it's like it was like in WWE where like a wrestler, his face starts bleeding.
Yeah, I've seen
And like
that.
the blood's like splitting spilling from his forehead. It was just like that.
Yeah, and and Jack's just like, yo, you good? You good? And then like not even 30 seconds later, he hands him Jack hands that dude the camera and tells him, here, get this shot. Record on that phone too. And I'm just like, why? Your man is bleeding from the head. What are you doing?
Clearly,
Not only
clearly
that,
he's not okay. What the heck?
Yeah.
not only that, and like what he was like trying to explain. I think he tried to like explain to like a cop or some medical officials. He'll probably try the same. I can't speak today. All right, let me try again.
Are you talking about when they like, made it into like that hospital where his friend was getting stitched up on his forehead?
Yeah, and he tried to like explain to them, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to like pull this on his insurance company that supposedly he went 42 miles per hour in the vehicle hydroplane.
Yeah.
When in actuality, and the stream showed his speedometer, he went 72.
Yeah, he was going 72, and it literally looked like an interstate. He's an American streamer.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. Sure. It's a McLaren. They sometimes measure it in kilometers per hour, but I'm pretty sure that was an interstate. And if my memory serves me correctly, most interstate speed limits are 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So he was going 72, and then before he hydroplaned, he literally floored. He floored it. You can hear it, and you'll hear it in the video if you go check it out. He literally floored it, and then he hydroplaned.
It's just sad, you know.
It is.
That he
it's
cared more about his content than he did about his friend. It just makes me really sad. And thank goodness that they're both all right, obviously.
Well, yeah.
But
it's a miracle that neither one of them died, or the fact that they didn't kill anybody else.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Seriously, guys, whoever's listening to this, pay attention to the road.
Yeah, to my viewers right now, actually, I know this is a little late into the podcast, actually. If you are watching this and you're driving, please either take a pause on this or switch it to audio only. Cause I don't want to see any wrecks. I don't want to see anybody get into another wreck because their face was buried into their phone while they were driving. I don't want to see that. So please, like, don't text and drive. Don't be on your phone and drive. If you're gonna do all that stuff, do it before you start driving.
Exactly.
Yeah, that, and just like if you have your phone connected to your car, I'm pretty sure like some of the more modern cars have this. Like either Apple Play or Google Play.
Apple Play or Android, yeah.
Through that, if you're listening to this podcast through any of those, just let the car audio speakers play the podcast while you focus on the road.
Yeah, please just focus on the road. We don't want anyone to get hurt, and we especially don't want you to text and drive. No one text and drive. I believe I'm just gonna say it. It's the law. I'm pretty sure it's the law.
It is.
It is.
Please follow the law. That is one thing I'm always gonna, follow the law. But yeah, it's just so disappointing to see a kid. You know what? How old is this guy? Let me look this up. How old is this guy?
Probably like in his like 20s or something.
Or
Jack
yeah.
Doherty, the American YouTuber and former Kick streamer. Okay, so he was banned. Is 21 years old. He was born on October. Are you kidding me?
What?
What is it?
This guy's a day older than me.
Oof.
What?
No, literally, October 8th, 2003. He's literally a day older than me.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think with like the amount of like do not text and drive public service announcements that has been like practically ingrained into our generational skulls?
Oh my god.
You think it's pretty clear. Don't text and drive no matter what.
I'm just baffled. I'm baffled right now.
That's crazy.
21 years old. He was born on October 8th, 2003. I was born October 9th, 2003. I'm just baffled right now. Not the fact that this kid crashed his car, but the fact that he even had a McLaren as well. Like, what?
Well, he got real famous doing you know.
Those stinking prank videos, yeah. I am
Yeah,
I am
much.
actually I am actually disgusted. That kid is the same, is literally a day older than me. And he's just doing all of the wrong stuff. What
Pretty much an example of what
a
not to
way
do.
to represent the generation, dude. Like, oh my god, that is actually horrible.
That and probably like influence all the later generational kids too with his stunts.
Yeah. I really hope that some people will learn from this experience that it is not okay to text and drive. If anything, like, don't do that. Please don't do that.
And
Oh my
also
God.
another thing to learn from this, guys, always put people first before electronics, okay? Your loved ones always come first.
Yeah, put safety before anything else.
That
Yeah.
When you
too,
when you
pretty
put
much.
safety first, then you save the people around you, especially when you're driving.
Well, like if you're a live streamer and you're listening to this, make sure your crew's safety is a top priority.
Yeah.
In case
If
worst
you're
case
carrying,
scenario,
I mean, if
an
you're driving
incident
alone,
like
that's
this
your
happens
life.
to you.
Yeah, if you're driving alone, I know this is like a weird thing to say. If you're driving alone, you're pretty much the only soul on board, but still treat that as if it's not your soul. Like, treat it as if it's someone else's soul that you want to make sure is in the car and safe.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only does that keep you safe, it keeps other people on the road safe. Not just in your car, but in other cars.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like I said, I watched the wreck. I'm like, I am surprised that his car was the only one that wrecked.
Wait,
I was just
Holy
so
crap.
surprised. What is it?
Yeah, that video was crazy.
I did not know that. His
What,
car
that
was
his-
the only one affected?
I think so. I mean, the only car I saw was his, but maybe that's because of its horrible paint job.
I mean,
Seriously.
you're not wrong.
I'd rather
Seriously,
just
like,
paint the entire thing in matte black and that's it.
yeah, the like, I watched Penguin Zero's video on it. He said it looked like that it came from a paintball competition. And it was used as target practice. And I mean, yeah, it does
Seriously.
look a lot like that.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
god.
I mean, personally, I think like think like a 5-year-old can probably give that car a better paint job than whatever the hell he put.
Oh yeah. Like the 5-year-old kids are the best. Kids are great.
Yeah, I love kids. You
Yeah,
guys
they
know
got-
this. I absolutely love kids.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, they can
adorable.
always put a smile on your face. If they're
Yeah.
happy, it just fills you up with happiness, It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, they probably draw like some stinking like smiley faces on it, make it look probably like some sort of emojis or something like that, because Gen
they'll-
Alpha
Yeah,
is
personally,
in
I would rather
technology.
have that than whatever Jack Doherty put on his car.
Yeah.
Well, it would actually mean something from kids. Kids
Yeah.
draw with their heart, honestly. I've seen it. They put
Yeah,
all
their
their
hearts and their
pride joy in
imagination.
Yeah, they put all of themselves in it. So it
Yeah.
would mean a lot more.
Yeah.
Even if the child was like a little animal or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if even if it's a little demon, they would still manage to put something on the car.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Now I'm just shocked. I did not know Jack Doherty was stinking my age. I was not expecting that at all.
Hey, for what it's worth, I honestly see you as more of an adult than him. So yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, Jack Doherty's got that stinking baby face, so I thought he was either 17 or 18.
He was a teenager. I thought he was a teenager.
I thought he was a teenager. I thought he was 17, 18. So when I actually looked it up, I was a little shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked too, but then again, he has the brain of a teenager.
It
Honestly,
just baffles my mind, and then the fact, and like you said, now he's trying to cover it up, probably because he knows that this is
yeah.
something very serious. It's either that he realizes that this is something that he might go to jail for, or some lawyer that he has told him it's probably best you take this down. But I highly doubt a lawyer would ask you to take a video down, because
I
that's
think from what I heard,
tampering
his
with
lawyers
evidence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
any-
it's a little too late to do any of that because once something is on the internet,
It
It's there
stays
forever.
there. Yeah, it stays there, and it's
Yeah.
there forever. 100%. It's never going
especially if
away.
You're someone, especially if you're like some big person on the internet, like notoriety wise, like if you're like
Yeah.
well known around the internet, it's gonna stay there, no matter what,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
100%.
people will not forget about it.
Yeah, no one's gonna forget about it. Sure, some small things can happen when you're just starting, and then it can resurface later. But when you're big, anything that happens, everybody's covering it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I just hope that he's learned from his mistakes in some way. That he'll become better after this. But hey,
No.
I'm just saying, guys.
Okay,
a little
well-
bit of a bonus, but like, I think there's more from that accident where I think there may have been like a video after the accident where his mother berates him.
Yeah, his mom literally tells him, I told you that was dangerous. I told you to be safe on the road. I'm just like,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
His poor mother.
I told you, Jackie. I told you to be safe on the road. But no, you had to go ahead and text your little streaming buddies while you're driving on the highway. And what happened? You
got
got out
her.
of control. You crashed the damn thing.
yeah, seriously. And I mean, I can
I-
understand it. She almost lost her kid. But
Yeah.
I don't think Jack Doherty is ever going to learn his lesson with this. He's been doing this crap for years. Like since he was 16, he's been doing this kind of crap. Just getting
He
into
always thought he
nothing
was
but
like
trouble.
untouchable, basically.
Yeah, he feels like he's
Well-
untouchable, and I don't think he's ever going to learn his lesson.
Well, I
Like
hope
people
his
can
friend
hope,
is-
people can hope, but it's probably never going to happen.
I hope his friend is doing okay though.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for that guy.
Oh,
Especially-
100%. That guy, like, that was the other thing. that dude took most of the blunt force. Like, he seemed like to be the only one that looked injured. Jack Doherty,
Yeah.
without a scratch.
Yeah.
I did not see a single scratch on that dude. And the fact that he removed his shirt, yeah, there were no scratches.
Who does he think he is? Jacob from Twilight? Seriously.
I don't know. He
Ugh.
just, for some weird reason that no one can explain, he took off his shirt.
Ugh.
I mean, it's not like it was burning hot on the highway. It looked rainy, so it looked like a little chilly or something, or cool.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But to be honest, I think the cameraman, he's a trooper.
The
Yeah.
but I really hope that he.
Yeah, I really
I'm honestly
hope he
hoping
gets
that. Well, here's the thing: if I was that cameraman, I would probably sue Jack Doherty for putting me in danger, and then just kind of like while I'm bleeding on the side of the highway, tell me to keep working.
Or at the
You
very
know-
least, cut ties with him, you know?
Yeah, like that.
Yes.
Cut
Speaking
ties.
of-
Yeah, 100%. Because
speaking of
that's an ethics
lawsuits,
thing.
I think, speaking of lawsuits, I think there may have been one that was like reported where there's this one guy who was suing Jack Doherty after his bodyguard flat out punched the victim in the face.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
that
saw the video on X.
Yeah, it's it was that one where he was in the mall, right?
No, not the mall. It was like at a Halloween costume party or
Oh,
something
that
where-
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people did some digging, and that I think his bodyguard's been has I think a police record for battery and assault.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I'm just like, wow.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, like,
Crazy.
please stay safe on the road, guys, 100%. And thank goodness that Jack Doherty's alive. I don't think he'll learn his lesson. I certainly do hope that he tries. I really do hope that he tries to learn his lesson. I'm pretty sure it's highly unlikely. But man, YouTube's been a mess lately. Everything's been going down.
Speaking of a mess, and social media. You know, one thing that kind of like ticks me off?
What?
What?
It's when people think it's a good idea to just film other people and what they do on their phones. And that's, I don't know about you, but it screams privacy, invasion of privacy to me.
That's
it can be, but oh, actually, yeah.
Well, like, okay, so let me explain. So, like, I woke up this morning, and I pull up Instagram, and I was reading by this post where, like, this TikTok lady, she had, like, the nerve to just, like, basically and secretly call out this person for, like, messing around with, like, character AI on his phone, or on their phone, and saying that they
jeez.
smelled bad or something. And it's like, seriously?
Just the drama, just the
You're gonna do
ones
this
that
to
like to
someone.
start up crap.
Pretty much, like,
Yeah. But
and, yeah, that personally, like, just upset me because, like, that person is just there, minding their own business, and you're there just filming what's on their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just been a lot of disappointment on the internet. But anyways, to the viewers, please stay safe on the road. I don't want to see anyone in accidents. Please don't get in any accidents. Try to drive safely. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. So y'all have a wonderful night, and thank you for tuning in to Pilot's Lounge.